Greg Jovi says Moonshine can't even stand up, that the attack earlier left him lame or something happened, a tear somewhere, so it looks like the Foundation are going to go at it alone against the Besties and Draper. And they're game for it. Here they come. Here comes Strider and Wyatt. And here we go. The match has started. Foundation are going to have a tough hill to climb against one of the greatest tag teams that's ever graced the squared circle and the Besties in the world, and honestly one of the best singles wrestlers in Draper. Davey Vega sends Wyatt over to the top rope, but Wyatt ain't having that, pulling Vega out through the bottom rope and slams his back against the railing. A long storied history between Wyatt and Draper, that's for sure, especially in this building. Now the bell is sounded. I thought I saw Nick Chin calling for the bell earlier, but now we have the bell, so we are officially underway here. Michael Strider has not competed in a professional wrestling ring in God knows how long, years, but it's almost like the Besties taunted him out of retirement. And Strider looks in phenomenal shape, honestly. Hard leg drop by Michael Strider. Scooping a big body slam by Michael Strider. I don't care how much time he's taken off. You do not want to be hit by Michael Strider. That guy's got some of the heaviest hands in pro wrestling. As Wyatt makes an appearance after being tagged in. Quick tags in and out by the Foundation. One man short here tonight. Again, this is going to be a task for the Foundation to pick up a win against the Besties and Draper. Strider follows him in with a clothesline. Whips him to the other side, follows him in with another clothesline. Strider's picking up Fitchett. Holding him up there. Look at that. Awesome strength shown by Michael Strider. Just holding him up there, letting Fitchett think about it and driving him to the canvas. Beautiful stalled vertical suplex. Now Fitchett makes a tag into Vega. Here comes Vega. Tries for a shoulder block and nothing happening. Tries for a second one and nothing happening again. Strider boots him in the midsection. Now he's talking about picking up Vega in the same way for that stalled vertical suplex. And he does. He gets Vega up there. Vega kicking his legs, trying to get himself down. Nice suplex by Strider. Tag into Draper. Draper leaps over the top rope. Strider with a hard right hand. Looks like Strider picked up a couple more tattoos on his offseason, too. Hard reverse elbow in the corner by Draper. Draper, speaking of phenomenal shape, Draper's in phenomenal shape. Never isn't in shape, that guy. Strider's talking about putting Draper up in that suplex. Can he do it? He does. Wow. Amazing strength shown by Michael Strider. That is 260 pounds. Drops him straight to the canvas. If you would have told me Strider would be doing that to somebody after a long layoff, I would have called you a liar. Oh, and there's Nixi grabbing the foot of Strider as he bounced off the ropes. And Draper with a nice spinning neck breaker. A little shake, rattle, and roll for you. Draper makes the tag into Fitchett. So what this really goes to show you is when the chips are down, and Strider's chips were definitely down at the last show when he was being jumped, his longtime nemesis and friend, Jeremy Wyatt, came to his rescue. And here we are today with this grudge match, if you will. Ooh, hard knee drop right to the face. Fitchett with a nice cover. Only gets a 1 count on Strider. Strider now in the wrong part of town as he backs into the corner of the Besties and Draper. And the educated feet of Vega go to work here. I think they understand that the longer they keep Strider isolated in their corner, the better chances of victory that they've got, especially 3 against 2. Drop kick right to the base of the skull by Matt Fitchett. Goes for a cover, hooks the leg, only barely gets a 2 count. Fitchett, a master in pro-jitsu, his own hybrid martial art, I think. As he applies almost what looks like a rear naked choke to Strider. That thick neck of Michael Strider. Strider making his way back up to his feet, though. Wyatt wants that tag desperately, as he knows the longer Strider's in there, the more chances of victory slip away from the foundation. Schoolboy only gets a 2. And now a taunt for Jeremy Wyatt. Elevated back body drop by Michael Strider. Strider going to make that tag to Jeremy Wyatt. And here comes Wyatt. Making his way into the ring. Clothesline from Matt Fitchett. Back elbow. Fitchett puts on the brakes. Reversal on the Irish whip. Sunset flip. 1, 2. Fitchett rolls out. Backslide attempt by Jeremy Wyatt. He gets it. Puts the shoulders to the mat. Only gets a 2 count. Could be looking for, I thought he was going for a coronation, but double underhook bomb. 1, 2. Fitchett kicks out. Nicely done by Jeremy Wyatt. And here comes Draper. I don't know if a tag was made. Maybe there wasn't. I missed it. Lightning spiral by Jeremy Wyatt. And here comes Vega with a boot to the midsection. I don't know who's legal in this matchup anymore. But Vega with some hard forearm shots. Wyatt slides under the bottom rope, playing a little misdirect here with Davey Vega. Fitchett and Vega collide heads. Wyatt picks him up. Beautiful fisherman's buster. Goes for a cover, forearm over the bridge of the nose. Only gets a 2 count on Fitchett. Wyatt hits the ropes. Oh, wow. Suicide dive, which you don't see very often from Jeremy Wyatt. Make that number 2 on Draper. Wyatt putting out all the stops here tonight to try to secure a victory for the foundation. Wyatt making his way up to the top rope. Cross body block on Fitchett. 1, 2. No, Fitchett kicks out. Jeremy Wyatt going to the top rope again. Man, he really is pulling out all the stops. Usually Wyatt's a ground game guy, but he really wants his victory. Oh, and there's Nixi pushing Wyatt off the top rope behind the referee's back. Fitchett hooking the leg, 2. Oh, Wyatt kicks out. Tag into Vega. Vega stomping on the wrist of Jeremy Wyatt. Wyatt still being isolated in the corner of the Besties and Draper. Wyatt trying to fight his way out of this. Throws Vega off the ropes. Vega grabs him and DDTs him right into the canvas. Floats over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, Wyatt kicks out. Wyatt desperately needs to make the tag to Michael Strider. I just think the numbers game at this point is too much for the Foundation. 2 against 3. Well, technically 4 against 2 with Nixi on the outside there. Draper comes in, hard knee right to the stomach of Jeremy Wyatt. Draper showing that insane strength by basically deadlifting Wyatt in a gut wrench right off the canvas. We've seen Draper do this before. Look at him just tossing Wyatt like a sack of potatoes. Draper driving a knee right into the throat, chin area of Jeremy Wyatt. Tag into Fitchett. Fitchett now makes a tag to Davey Vega. Wyatt trying to fight his way out of the corner here. He's in no man's land, and he knows it. Hits the ropes. Vega with a boot to the midsection. Sliding back senton there by Davey Vega to finish it off after that sliding kick by Matt Fitchett. Just trying to take all that wind out of Jeremy Wyatt. Wyatt can go 60 minutes easily. And they know that, so they're going to try to wind him as much as possible. Therefore, he can make the tag, and they can pick up a victory against the Foundation tonight. Oh, Wyatt, look at that, resorting to some old tactics. He's got a handful of hair on Davey Vega. Wyatt with an overhand right hand, and now Vega, frustrated, goes to the eyes of Wyatt. Drop toe hold by Davey Vega. Makes a tag into Draper. Quick tags in and out by the trio of the Besties and Draper as Draper drives another knee into the midsection. Make that 2 of Jeremy Wyatt. Make that 3.
Broke that dude's spine. You didn't see that? It works. It's effective. Shut up and just let it in. Shut up and let it in. You're ready.
Draper driving another knee into the side of the jaw of Jeremy Wyatt. Oh, and there she is again, that Jezebel choking the life out of Jeremy Wyatt behind the referee's back. As Fitchett putting the boots to Wyatt.
Oh, Wyatt, what's going on out there, man? You be well rested right now.
This is just unfair. The numbers game is just too much for the Foundation. Draper dropping the leg right across a prone Jeremy Wyatt on the apron. Draper dragging Jeremy Wyatt back into the center of the ring. Not necessarily in the center of the ring, still in the corner of the Besties. Hooking the leg, 1, 2, barely gets a 2 count. Wyatt still apparently has a lot of fight left in him. What a storied history between these two, as I alluded to earlier. From the NWL to Central States Wrestling, Metro Pro, everything in between. These guys have been a thorn in each other's side for the better part of a decade. Big body slam by Draper. Seems wherever Draper is in the Midwest, Jeremy Wyatt's right there. 2 top dogs at the top of their game here in Central States Wrestling. If you guys like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and notification bell down at the bottom. And that way you know whenever CSW comes out with these amazing matches and great content. Besties and Draper really feel like they have this match under control, especially because Strider's been isolated for the better part of almost 5 minutes. Throws him into the turnbuckle, or excuse me, the ropes. Wyatt picks him up. Wyatt with a Uranagi into a Stinger death drop. Combination, innovative wrestling by Jeremy Wyatt. Wyatt desperately needs to make the tag to Strider. Is this the time? Yes, it is. Strider gets the tag, clotheslines and punches for all three members of the Besties and Draper. Those big, heavy overhand rights, excuse me, reverse elbows. Almost went after Nick Chin there. Spinning back kick by Michael Strider, double clothesline for the Besties. And Strider is feeling it right now. But is it enough to overcome the numbers advantage here in our main event? Double noggin knocker for the Besties after a back body drop to Draper. Boot to the midsection. Strider connects. Hooks the leg, and now there she is again, preventing a potential pinfall from Strider to Draper. And now Draper rolls up Michael Strider. 1, 2, no, kicks out. Big boot to the face by Draper. Strider is down and now tags into Davey Vega. Vega running with a sweeping kick right to the face. Strider fights out of what Vega said he was going to be a power bomb. And Strider connects with his finisher again. Could this be it for Vega? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. What the heck? Matt Fitchett just pulled referee Nick Chin to the outside. Chin took a nasty spill on the outside. I think that could have been it. I think the Foundation was just mere microseconds away from picking up a victory. Now Strider pulling Fitchett into the ring. He's had enough. Throws him into the turnbuckle. Oh, Baizuku knee strike takes Strider out. Now Jeremy Wyatt picks up Fitchett. Looked like he was going for the coronation. But Vega helped his buddy out here. Oh no, they're setting him up for the Brain Eater. Wyatt fights out of it, pushes them into each other. Draper misses a clothesline. Wyatt off the far side. Oh, and he gets drilled with a power slam. And Strider takes out Draper with a lariat. Nicely done. And all the men in this contest are out. Looks like Nick Chin's making his way back up to his feet now. Well, look at that. A bloody and bruised Dread Roberts is up on the apron. He's on the side of the Foundation. Do we have a new member of the Foundation here? He's begging for the tag right now. He's got the tag rope. Still got blood all over his head from when Draper busted him open earlier in this show. What a fighter Dread Roberts is. And Strider makes the tag to Roberts. Here comes Roberts. Hey, he's gonna deck Draper, and he stops dead in his tracks. What is he doing? Oh my God, he just clotheslined Strider. What a turncoat. He had the chance to extract revenge against a guy who bloodied him early in the show and decides to close. What the hell is happening? Why is Dread Roberts aligned himself with Draper and the Besties? Dread Roberts with a grin on his face. What a sick individual this guy is. Looks like he's gonna pick up Wyatt for the choke slam. Put the finishing touches on this debacle that we've seen unfold tonight in the main event. And what is Fitchett freaking out about? What? No, that can't be. That's Ace Steel and Lucy Mendez. He's come in with a great equalizer. riser, the steel chair. That's the real third member of the Foundation. Holy Toledo! Ace wasn't supposed to be here tonight. And now Nixi stepping up to Ace Steel, and that's a bad idea because what's behind her is not happy. That is Lucy Mendez. That's Ace Steel's wife. Oh, and Lucy just clobbers Nixi. Ace Steel looked like he just came out of here. I don't know where Ace Steel came from. The real third member of the Foundation came to the aid of his friends, his cohorts. And Ace Steel making his presence felt here, chasing off. This match has been thrown out.